Hey guys, David Pinger here with Vital MX, and we are in the Rockstar Husqvarna pits, and we found Dean Wilson's bike. And Deano is a welcome addition back to a factory squad this year, and we're gonna walk around his white machine here and take a good look at what's on this thing. All right, so starting up at the front of Deano's bike, again, you get these massive 52mm WP forks, the clamps that all of these KTM group guys are running that just add the right amount of flex characteristic. These guys use kite as well on some of their products, like the start device here, but they run a Talon hub, so just a different product from the W also builds for their wheel sets. He's running the A60s. It's actually interesting to watch some of these guys go back and forth between the different rims now. The A60 is a very, very firm wheel. It's the strongest of all of them. So some of the guys are going back to like the Takasago, something that flexes a little bit more, but you run a chance of having more dings, but it gives you a little bit more of a flex characteristic. So as we slide down a little further, again, you got this really cool Akrapovic skid plate, gives you a little more clearance, doesn't leave any room for mud to pack up in there into the engine. They've got the FMF exhaust system on here with the custom power bomb. A little bit bigger than what you'd see on a production unit. All the coatings on the side of the engine here. You can see his brake pedal. They've done a good job of sharpening up those teeth so that thing's nice and grabby. And one thing that's interesting, he's running stock foot pegs. So where most of the guys are opting for the Nihilo Concepts pegs, these guys are running stock, Jason Anderson as well. So they just said they like the feel and shape of them. And another thing I noticed about Deano's bike, he's running a stock linkage on this, where it looks like that's something different than the other riders, but that's the feel he prefers. And one thing that really stands out on this bike are these little wings on the side of his seat. And it's just meant to be kind of something more for him to grab. The stock seat, because he's got such long legs, where he wants to pinch is probably a little bit thin and he can't get a good grip on it. So the guys at Guts Racing made this seat for him. In the back, you look at these Brembo brakes. Things are beautiful, and they use a lot of the works. They're the anodized blue pieces as far as the carrier and stuff. Again, the Talon hubs rather than the kite. One more thing here on the rear, the Akrapovic chain guide in the back. Carbon fiber outer with a plastic inside. Looks like it's just gonna hang up less than what the kind of the stock unit would do. Pro Taper products on this bike as well. And when you come around the other side, you can see again, they're using the kite cover for the clutch and a lot of those factory anodizings. All the engines are done in-house. The KTM group doing all the motors for Husqvarna and KTM, and they ship them back out for the race teams to put together or put back in the bike. So all works suspension, WP front and rear. Again, as you get to the front of this bike, carbon fiber front disc guard, the Brembo caliper, which is all Galfer rotors as well, and that's a potent stopping combo. Steel braided lines, banjo bolts are all wire tied shut just to make sure nothing comes loose. And up top, see the Pro Taper bars with the rubber mounted mounts, and they've got some cool little carbon fiber pieces here. And basically what was happening, if these slave cylinders caught a big rock, when you went to, the hydraulic pin went to push through there, it would stick. You know, the rock would actually dent and change the inner shape of that master cylinder there and make the clutch or the brake stick. So they're all running these little carbon fiber guards just basically for big rocks to minimize any damage to those. And that's Deano's bike. I think everybody's pulling for him to get this thing up on the box. Hopefully he does it soon.